So you've seen those viral videos of people saying how they're making so much money off of dividend investing. And listen, there's some truth into that video. You could make some pretty good money if you're investing in dividend stocks. But there's a lot of things that they do not let you know. It is not that easy to just buy dividend stocks and for the rest of your life, you just coast. There's a whole lot more to it. In this video, I want to have a discussion with you to let you know exactly all the lies that they're saying in those videos and the things that you could do if you do decide to buy dividend stocks. Now, first of all, let me say this. Dividend investing is not all bad. It actually is really good. It's one way to get passive income by just buying a stock and sitting back and collecting a check. And if you don't really understand what dividend income is, just give me 15 to 20 seconds. I could explain it very quickly. Dividend income is given to you by company profits and is simply just rewarding you for purchasing the stock. So to make the math really easy here, let's say you own 100 shares of Coca-Cola and they give you $1 per stock that you owe annually. So every year you would get $100. Not bad. And as you see, this is why so many people do videos and they try to persuade people to invest in dividend income. You might be one of them. It's a simple fact of passive income is a great opportunity. And here is where some of these videos are really misleading. Now, first of all, I want you to understand this. Yes, it's nice to have dividend income, but not all companies are required and do they have to give you the dividends. You see, during times when the market is not doing so well, they could decide to not pay you dividends. And now when a company does that, it is a bad sign that they're not doing so well that they can't pay out the dividends. But you certainly need to understand they do not have to pay it. And they do this so many times. Hello, Disney did this in 2020. Now, most companies don't just stop paying dividends, but they suspend paying dividends. And if you're someone who's relying on dividend income for the rest of your life, well then guess what? Annually, you might not get the amount that you expect. And even though people love buying dividend stocks, you need to understand this as well. If all you're doing is investing in dividend stocks, they do not have a lot of growth. A lot of these companies are really, really stable. They're slow moving. Coca-Cola, IBM, Johnson & Johnson, they're slow moving companies. So the potential of growth is not going to be there. Would you rather have purchased a few stocks of, let's say, Coca-Cola, or would you rather have purchased a few stocks of Nvidia, which had a tremendous amount of growth? Now, many people, though, like the idea of receiving a paycheck, but I don't know about you, but if I had Nvidia stock, I think I'd be a whole lot happier selling and cashing out all those gains. Another thing people just fail to mention is you get taxed. It could be either corporate gains or ordinary income, but you will get taxed. And with that being said, if you own, let's say, Coca-Cola, and you want to make $100,000 a year, which is what everyone's goal is, you would need to have a portfolio of at least $3 million in order for you to receive it. A majority of society is not going to be able to save $3 million strictly on investing on dividend stocks. First of all, they move really slow. So you will have to put so much more of your money into the market in order for you to get that amount. And with the taxes, it's going to be eaten up in $100,000. So you're going to need more than $3 million into your portfolio. And that, of course, is with a 3% return, which we discussed is not always the case. Some don't give 3%, some give less, and some just won't give it to you at all. But this is not to say that all dividend stocks is bad and dividend investing is bad. There's a few very good companies out there that give you a very good rate. Let me read this report that I found from June 2025 of the companies that are giving great rates. These are probably the ones that you already heard of. Some of them is Johnson & Johnson. Currently, in this month, they're offering a 3.3% dividend yield. Awesome. You also have Procter & Gamble, which is really popular, 2.6%. You have one called Realty Income. This is providing a 5.7% monthly. Now, dig this. Caveat, if a company is offering a very, very, very high dividend yield, you got to be really, really wary. There's something going on to where they're offering you so much money. That's usually a red flag. When you see that, you really need to pay attention because something there is just not right. And also we have ExxonMobil, 3.8%. And this is the one that people love. Everyone talks about, and there's so many videos made about this, which is the Schwab Dividend ETF, Mr. SCHD. That offers a 3.4% return. Now, when it comes to that, if you are going to invest and you don't want to do all these buying individual stocks, trust me, SCHD is by far one of the most popular choices to choose due to the fact that it's low risk and you have high exposure. If there's anyone out there that's holding on to this ETF, drop a comment down below and let me know your experience. Pretty sure it's a good one. And also, what is good about owning this is it's a constant, steady flow of income. You will be receiving your dividends regardless. Okay, guys, if you're buying so many companies and you're investing, you are going to receive some dividends. And that's by all means one of the best things, right? Especially once you go into retirement, you're getting a nice check due to your dividend investing, also possibly Social Security, your 401k, your Roth IRA. It is an awesome income stream. And what you also could do is you can reinvest. You do not have to take that dividend income. A lot of people like to wait till later on to their retiring or later on in life when they're getting closer to retirement before they start taking this out. But if you're someone right now, you're starting out, you're trying to build a portfolio, you don't want to pay taxes on that. What you could do is just reinvest. Rather than them paying you dividends, they're just going to take that amount and reinvest in additional stocks, which in return will increase your cash flow. And even though we're living in a time now when inflation is just so high, it is a pretty good way to hedge inflation because throughout time, a lot of these companies, they do increase the dividend. So you are beating it to a certain point. And let's not forget the psychological aspect of it. If you continuously seeing a check come in, it is awesome because it's extremely passive. You're doing nothing at all. All you're doing is buying stock and you're seeing all this money come in. That's why on most of those videos, they go really viral and people get extremely excited because who doesn't want to see money coming into the account with doing nothing? Now, here's a strategy that I highly recommend that you should follow. You don't need to just pick one or the other. Pick both. You can buy dividend stocks and you also can invest in growth stocks. You also can invest in mid cap. You can invest in some tech stocks. You can have a good mixture. You don't want to just depend on just one thing, which is dividend income. By all means, it's great. It doesn't take you so long to build so much wealth. You want to invest in growth stocks. If you do hit on any of these big stocks, you will make so much more money than just holding on to dividend stocks. So a powerful combination would be having your Schwab dividend ETF and your S&P 500, a good chunk going to S&P 500, especially for long-term growth. Now we're working with some money. That is one of the best strategies that I follow as well that you certainly should follow. So as you see, dividend investing is not all bad. It's just not one strategy to choose. You have to certainly diversify. Now, of course, depends on where you are in your life right now, what stage, it might change a bit. But if you're younger, you don't want to just put all your money into dividend stocks. You want to put your money into some growth stocks. And simply thinking just buying dividend stocks and you could just lay back and chill for the rest of your life, that's not going to happen. Unless you cut your lifestyle tremendously, then maybe it will work, but it will take you a very long time. Just get that company 401k match. You could invest in dividend income and watch your money stack up. Guys, if you have any comments, drop it down below. In the same time, please hit the like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Peace.